it can also be used for scamming. That's
Yeah,
a third use case.
even the speed at which these guys are now generating content is absolutely amazing.
We'll see a new range of products or new range of AI models coming in. Elon Musk was very impressed by the video.
For social media, it's a huge use case. I mean, I'm so excited about the future with these kind of tools.
Sora has actually given a lot of hope. It's actually very interesting as well as very, very dangerous.
So OpenAI already had the Reddit data, right? And everybody is going crazy. Someone who is constantly thinking of what to do next, then that person would probably
Yes,
win with the help of
yes.
AI.
Hi everyone, how are you?
All
Hi.
great, all great.
Good, good, good.
And to our viewers, welcome to another episode of Weekend AI. And this episode is really special because this week has been really special with all the advancements in text to video with the launch of Sora. And I read a tweet somewhere saying that this is a historic day for AI because now the videos generated by AI are virtually maybe indistinguishable than those generated by humans. It has far-fetched consequences for people and industries and the world in general. And I would love to know Surur and Anmol's thought on the same. Guys, what do you think about Sora?
It's actually very interesting to see. In like, it's just been a 1 year that that meme is going viral with of that guy in Hollywood, right? Eating noodles. So
Will Smith.
Will Smith, and you if you see the difference in video generation in just a span of 1 year, it's actually very um, interesting as well as very very dangerous on the bleak side of it. So, but yeah, Sora has actually given a lot of hope to a specific type of community where people are more focused on content creation in terms of video, and there are a lot of possibilities that open up now. So yeah, it's a good for the industry, I guess. Yes.
Yep, yep. And a lot of other startups like Runway ML and Pika Labs now would be like running around to up their game, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Sora is
Can Surur show some examples? Like let's see some examples about like what it can do. Yeah, yeah. These some prompts and all. Yeah.
this is a simple prompt of a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm, glowing neon and animated city signage and some other stuff as well. And it's so crisp. The only thing that I'm amazed about is the detailing and the ability of the model to pick everything from the prompt and putting that into the video in a very professional manner, just like somebody shooting it actually. Uh, so that's
Yeah.
quite
Look at
amazing
the
to
tone
me.
of
So
shot. Yeah.
apart from the detailing, it's also about the length of the video. So till
Yep.
Yes.
now, everyone who was generating the videos were a few seconds long, right? Now
Yeah.
this is up to a minute. Now and nobody knows how much time it has taken because these are all demo videos, right? We don't have the actual like playground to work with.
We
So
hope
nobody
that
knows
it
how much.
doesn't turn out to be like the Google demos.
Gemini, yeah, yeah, yeah. But like I have high hopes with OpenAI, so probably we won't have a Gemini repeat with this. But let's see when they
Do we
come
have
up
a
with.
date of them showing this in the playground where people can experiment with this?
They're currently testing it out with early or maybe like internal adopters and industry experts in the AI domain so that they can just make the final changes or maybe see if the video being generated violate any law or anything like that. Because when you start generating videos of this quality and with just a single text prompt, there's a lot that can go wrong, right? And I guess OpenAI knows it, and that is why they are taking time internally to see what can go wrong and maybe fix that, and then open it to public.
I think as per the
Int-
official statement, it is only with a group of researchers as
Yeah,
of now.
yeah.
not with any developer community or such.
because
I
it
mean, I
needs to
love
be
this
very,
video.
yeah.
Last one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I mean, this is like two pirate ships and cup of coffee. So the thing is that let's now discuss about the consequences of this. Like I know that maybe not today, but maybe 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, this technology is there, right? It has to
Hmm.
evolve. It will evolve. What can it lead to? Can it lead to entire movies being made using AI? Can it lead to scams? What can happen? What can let's discuss about that also in a bit. Do we want to do that right now, or do we want to do that after discussing uh about other models?
Let's discuss the other models and then let's take it up
Got it.
later.
Like I'm
Okay.
still
So
amazed every time I see all these videos, right? There are a lot of videos that they have put it on the website as examples, and each video has like so much detail into it. For example, this POV view of a drone following a vehicle. This looks like very realistic, and even the movements, the physics is very correct, which is a really hard job for an AI model to do that. So even this
so
one.
it is a function of the training of the data, right? Like they have trained it probably on a lot of videos, right? Earlier, maybe the models were trained on text. Is that the reason?
It boils down to the training data set as well, but it also boils down to the technique that they've used to train the model and the technique they are using to generate the video, right? That's also very important. And I guess, of course, that's proprietary, that's closed source, it's not open source. So the lot of effort has gone into it definitely because none of the video generation models or companies that have raised so much of funds, have made so much of noise, come even like 10%, 20% closer to what Sora
Yep.
has shown us.
Yep.
Nice. What are the other ones? Let's talk about the other ones.
Let's
Runway.
try
Yeah,
Runway, yeah, and
yeah.
So Runway is the one company that actually made a lot of noise when it initially launched with the motion. It actually started with motion in with images. You can supply it with
images.
images, and it will turn that into some like few seconds of clips. So
However, I
in
don't know what happened, but I've stopped. Like Runway has stopped coming up in my feed now. Have you
there's a
guys
lot of
experienced the same? Like, no,
kind
not a
of.
lot of people are talking about Runway now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So because there's other companies that have come up, for example, Pika. It launched with a bang. It was all over my feed on Twitter, on LinkedIn, everywhere. Like Pika Labs has come in. It will change the
That Elon Musk
industry.
video was there, right? That demo video of theirs, which started with
Yeah,
Elon Musk as an astronaut.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it it says from memes to movies, Pika follows your imagination's lead.
Hmm.
So text to video, it's good, but it's I think it's not realistic. It's more of for animated movies. It can be used in, or
Have we
maybe
tried
animated
this?
snippets.
Can we
I
sign
don't
in?
think
Like,
we.
is this an open sign up? Just say, just
Let me see.
click try Pika. Yeah.
Hmm. So text to video, like there are few differences which we can see why Sora is kind of impressing everyone. It is the detailing, the crispness, the length, and the hyper realistic videos that it is generating, right?
Yep.
So like other like Pika is like you said, creating more animated or more cartoonish, not that realistic videos. So I think it will ultimately boil down to the platform who can give us videos which can be as human-like as possible and can be integrated in our day-to-day use cases. Again, it's outcome driven. Like in
Yes.
case I'm able to generate a video which I can't use, I probably will not use that platform. But if I can use it in daily life or probably in stitching it in a bigger sequence of videos, that's where I think uh, hyper realism will play a
Exactly.
big role. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Even animated videos have a huge market, right?
Yeah,
Like
of course,
it's
of
not
course.
that only human videos have a market, even animated videos have a market.
Yep.
But anyway, like if you can generate hyper realistic video which a human would have shot, something like that, then like there's no turning back from that.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, nice.
So I just gave a prompt to Pika, a panda sitting on cloud eating bamboo. So it's already 52% done. Let's see what it generates.
Hmm. Even the speed at which these guys are now generating content, like we'll come to that Heygen part in a bit, but even the speed at which these guys are doing it now is absolutely amazing. The processing speed. Can we show what has been? No, 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 no.
So this is really like cartoonish, plus
Yes,
the face is not correct. It's not eating bamboo, so it is not able to understand the prompt in its actual context. That's one
J-
thing.
yes.
Uh,
can we try editing? It says edit.
yeah,
Okay, we can just edit the prompt,
we
modify
can
the
edit the
region,
prompt.
expand the campus canvas. Okay.
We can make it eat bamboo.
Yeah, so when you wrote the prompt, I think all of us imagined the bamboo would be in the mouth of the panda, right?
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
That's what we were expecting. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess this is where Sora has been a differentiator. I'm not sure what actually it will be, but
Hmm.
with the examples and the prompt that they have shown us, it has actually taken every bit of the prompt and incorporated in the video, which is amazing.
Is it because they are also having the power of the LLM on the hindsight and they also can understand text better? Is
Exactly.
that because, yeah,
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. That's what we discussed in our first podcast initially, right?
Yes,
The
yes,
foundation layer of being generating text to image or maybe text to video is to understand the text first and understanding
hmm,
the context the person's trying to convey and then incorporating into video or images or whatever.
yes.
Right.
So, by this logic, going forward, any sort of tool that comes in the market, OpenAI has an unfair advantage because it has probably the most widely used LLM. So, since it has more data, it ingests and digests and acts on.
Yep.
Maybe that's why
Oh,
it will make better models for everything.
This is funny. This
no.
is funny. It
No, no.
made the panda bamboo.
Okay.
And it's a small
Yep.
clip, like 3 and 4 seconds. Maybe because it's a trial plan, and they're
Okay.
just allowing us to. Maybe if we have on a paid plan, the quality will become 20% or 30% better. But still, it's a long way from what Sora has shown us.
Like
Yes.
if in the trial I'm getting this, I would probably
Yeah,
not
I
go to
will
the
not go
paid
for the
plan.
paid.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Or maybe it's a prompt game. Maybe it requires a lot of other prompts. Maybe
but
let's
then
see.
but then since it's about the GPUs, I think like maybe they can't do anything about it because even with chat gpt, right, 3.5 just plainly sucks
Yeah.
against the paid plan which uses ChatGPT 4. Like it is 100x better, not even 10x. So
Hmm.
people who are using, like I have friends, the non-tech friends who are using 3.5, and then they come to me and say it doesn't work.
Hmm.
But I know that it doesn't work in the free plan. It does work in the paid plan. So maybe that's the case here also.
And a lot of these companies are into research. Like, I guess after Sora released their demo, Runway actually went out and said that they're going to invest into some new video generation model because they actually saw the difference. And maybe they're working in the background as well, but it just prompted them to announce it publicly.
Hmm.
So a lot of competition in this area. I guess good for consumers and good for businesses.
Hmm.
Yeah, on a side note, as soon as the Sora AI video came out, 11 Labs also gave a sneak peek. The founder came out and gave a
About
sneak
the
peek
sound.
about the
Yeah.
audio, that they can run background audios on the voiceless videos. So that makes them a good couple with the video generation tools. Like it
Hmm.
was good timing, even if like they were like, okay, I have to do it right now.
Hmm.
I'm giving the same prompt to Runway that I gave to Pika, and let's see if it has anything different than. Oh, it's already okay. It's in queue. It'll start soon. Okay.
Runway has been more famous for image to video, right? Not for text to video, or is it the
So
same?
they're giving me the both the options. You can also supply an image plus text, or maybe just text. I'm just trying text and seeing what's the difference between Pika and Runway.
Mm. Mostly, like from what I have observed
Yeah.
across Twitter and
It
LinkedIn,
started with actually with images. You
image to
can
video,
supply an
right?
image and make it move. Yeah.
Maybe it's just the
Interesting.
FOMO industry. Let's not miss the text to video train. Let's not miss the image to video
Yeah,
train.
yes, exactly. It's very difficult to catch up, right? And if I'm not sure like any of these companies, unless they pick a niche, for example, Pika is very much focused on the animated side of it. And if they pick a niche and do well in it, of course, that would be good. But Sora has single-handedly proven that it can do a lot of multiple things. So
Hmm.
I'm not sure what the future holds for these companies. But yeah, if they pick a niche and they are able to generate good quality animated scripts, then of course they will have potential.
Uh, I think the future is bright. See, the market is huge, right? And we don't know a lot of names. Like from the top of our heads, we would probably be able to name maximum five names,
Yep.
and all
Hmm.
five of these would be front runners in the industry. So, like, I believe no matter what happens, these guys would have the first mover advantage.
So this is
Hmm.
the video that it has generated.
Okay.
Very well than what Pika generated. It at least has a panda in its original form, not distorted, but it did
But
not
there's no
make.
eating and there's no
Yeah,
like there's bamboo, but there's no
there's
eating the
little cloud
bamboo.
as well on the right if you see at the bottom.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Right.
Runway understood the elements of the prompt better,
Yeah.
and Pika placed the elements better than Runway.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
what I
Yes.
observed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the sheer quality of the
The
video
quality
is
is
better.
better with
Yeah.
Runway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite natural. The panda looks very, very natural. The bamboo at the back, the shadow, the depth, the sunlight, it's all very natural.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
It all boils down to the training data.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So therefore, I feel that OpenAI will have an unfair advantage because it has so much LLM training data available to it. I mean, of course, it will be able to analyze anything better. So maybe, I don't
There's
know.
a news going on the market that Reddit has struck a deal with Google to allow Google to have
Yeah.
access to
Yes,
all of their
yes,
content for training their AI.
At
yes.
60
For
million
teaching
dollars.
$60 million. Yeah.
Yes.
So that is huge. So I was checking. We were talking, Nikhil and I. So Reddit's revenue last year was $804 million, and it's going
Wow.
for an IPO now.
Yeah, yeah. I heard that it was looking for an IPO, and Sam Altman
Yeah,
is going to get the biggest chunk of it because
yeah,
he owns 7 to 8% of Reddit.
8.7.
8.7. Okay. Wow.
So OpenAI already had the Reddit data, right?
Yes, I feel
And Google will
now.
now have it.
Maybe they scraped it without actually striking a deal. Nobody
Like
knows it.
if I was the third biggest shareholder in a company who has a lot of data on which I have to make an LLM, then I don't think there would be a problem, right?
So, as they've said it on website of the Sora uses a transformer architecture, unlocking superior scaling performance. So, transformer architecture is what GPT models use. So, they have just
Okay.
ported that architecture over to their video uh, generation thing.
Hmm.
Nice, nice. It's
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
Let's now talk about
So
Heygen also. Yeah,
just 1 second, I have one doubt. Is Sora AI a subset of DALI or is it absolutely separate?
I think it's separate.
It's separate. It's separate.
Okay, got it.
The technique being used here is like it's a diffusion model, which is very similar to what we have seen with stable diffusion. They have a model with on replicate stable diffusion, stable video diffusion, I guess. Uh, so yeah, so this is a model which also allows you to just apply an image and move it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess we have actually tested it on a previous podcast or
Mhm.
something.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
we have.
So it uses the same concept, the Sora thing, but it's technically more advanced. It has more compute, more training, and everything. So yeah,
Who has made stable diffusion?
that's an interesting question. Never looked into it. There's a company called Stability AI. I guess they are behind this. Vision.
Isn't stable diffusion again more famous for images?
So the guy's name is Muhammad Imad Mustaq, and he's a Bengali apparently, and he's the founder and CEO of Stability AI, which is one of the
Hmm.
companies behind Stable Diffusion.
Do we have the
Hmm.
So yeah,
LinkedIn of this person?
so it has a he has a Wikipedia page, and he's an
Okay,
alma
then we
mater of
don't need
University of
LinkedIn.
Oxford.
Hmm.
So yeah, Stability AI is the company behind it majorly.
Got
That
it.
was I mm, actually knew of. So this is the company. They started with images just like Midjourney, and now
Right.
they moved on to motion like videos and stuff. So they have SDX and Turbo, Stable Diffusion XL. Now they have moved to audio. They just launched
Hmm.
Stable Diffusion 3 as well that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
recently.
Yeah.
And everybody is going crazy. Again, the understanding of the prompt. Can we open? But I've seen that only for images. I'm not sure if it
No,
generates
it's
video
only for
also.
images.
Right.
It's not for videos at the moment. Stable
Can we
Diffusion
open
3.
some like tweets or something about, or if they have posted some images?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the page for the release
So
of
what I
Stable
saw
Diffusion
was
3.
they posted some really complex prompts, not really complex for humans, but probably for machines, with a lot of colors, a lot of shapes, and a lot of directions.
So what I've heard and what I've read about Stable Diffusion 3 is it gets the text very correct in the images now. So
Oh,
initially,
okay.
Stable Diffusion was not able to understand or place the text correctly if you wanted that in an
Hmm.
image. Now it is able to do that very accurately and in a very well-defined manner. For example, they have also the examples they have shown are all text heavy. For example, go big or go home,
Hmm.
stable
Hmm.
diffusion as a cut art piece of news articles or something, a bus which has a dream on, a board which has a go. So I guess this is a major distinction between stable diffusion that we had until now.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So this was the
Interesting.
only thing stopping us from creating social media posts because I use
exactly. Yeah, I was
ChatGPT
coming.
paid and it cannot get the words
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. So this particular model still has to come on replicate or Hugging Face as of now, I guess.
Hmm.
Once it does, of course, there will be a lot of noise and a lot of images that people will start generating.
Hmm.
Right. Like
Interesting.
this is a huge social media use case.
It's
Hmm.
very much, yes. Like stock photos in general sense. Like now you can do anything if you can get the text right. Nobody needs a designer to put specific text on the images. That was the only thing that
Hmm.
missing.
Now I'm thinking like the first thing that came to mind was from the business point of view. Like
Hmm.
agencies would probably just grab this and can amplify their growth exponentially, right? Now they
Hmm.
can cater to a lot of clients with this. Like just speaking strictly from the point of view of generating social media posts.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Anything new with like stable diffusion from video perspective?
No, I don't think I heard anything that has come new
Hmm.
with the video. The only thing is that the Stable Diffusion 3 has come out, which is very good at text. And of course,
Right.
it is good with the image as well in general, understanding the context and everything.
Hmm. Okay.
Hmm. So I'm reading the text and they said they have heavily focused on the safety of the model and to rule out any kind of bad usage by bad actors. So, because Stable Diffusion was being fine-tuned and being used for different purposes over and over again, like NSFW and deepfakes, in
Hmm.
paints, all of that. So there's a brighter side to it, and as we always say, there's like a lot of negative side to every AI advancement that we see today. And that comes to
Right.
the Heygen part.
Oh yes. Oh, we love Heygen.
I love Heygen. Yeah.
So this is a video that we generated for Nickel. We posted it on our social media as well for anyone who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, this is not me. Yeah. But just before we go to Heygen, I was just wondering about a thing. Like, we know that the ethical considerations of AI and all, we'll discuss about it. But, like,
Hmm.
with even so much advancements, like, all we can see are good use cases. All we can see is that, like, AI is being used for good, right? For now.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is it because it has not yet penetrated to the people who can misuse it, or is it because like any technology, majority of the people or most of the people might just start by using it for the good and not like generally like as a society people might not use it for the bad because like we have softwares like Stable Diffusion, Heygen, deepfake generators, on replicate. Like we have so many things, but has like we see one-off cases of Taylor Swift and all these people, maybe one-off, but the majority of the cases are still coming for the productivity and for the good. So is it a good thing or is it how technology evolves? I don't know. Just a thought. Yeah.
So my opinion is that we see the good use cases because the bad use cases will fly under the radar. That's why
Yep.
we
Hmm.
don't see we don't go searching for the bad use cases. I don't think like okay, I have, but generally in like our everyday searches we don't
No,
search
I mean
for
you don't have to
bad
search for
use
it. In case
cases.
something really bad happens, you will get to know about it. Like it will spread. I mean, I have not seen something massive happen, very,
Yeah,
very
from
bad
that
so
perspective
far.
I think
Yes.
it's too soon, but there's a huge
Yes.
potential.
Yeah, there is potential. There is
I
potential, but
I think we do not hear about these topics because the circle we belong to and the kind of things that we are discussing are more of on a positive side. But there is a certain section in the society which always tries to find something where they can find a loophole or something that they can utilize to harm someone or maybe just scam someone in general, right? Even if not harm. So financial losses, all of that. And we already seeing that happen on a regular basis. We saw one large scam that happened with the CEO being impersonated and getting the funds transferred, right? That was a huge scam that recently happened with the deepfake. So because it's a technology which is in progress, and for
hmm,
you to be able to utilize this technology for a bad thing, you need to be technically able, right? It is still not very like it's not just like a mobile app. You can just download a mobile app and record something and you are done with it. Most of the models
hmm,
are still at recent stages. Applications which actually allow you to do this are like very costly, so it's still out of reach of many people. Uh, but I guess as things progress and as things become available to common man, the
Mm.
scams around AI with the deep fake videos, deep fake audios, and images, all of that will start being very normal. And then we will see a new range of products or new range of AI models coming in, which will try to stop that.
Mm. Interesting. Uh, Talking again about Heygen, like I find Heygen to be extremely useful. I mean, for those of you who don't know Heygen, Heygen is a tool that lets you create your own a video avatar, and you can basically make demo videos or any sort of reels or any basically make record yourself saying anything without actually saying anything using your avatar by just simply typing a script. And apart from that, it also helps you in now personalization. Like they have launched a feature wherein like every email can have certain variables which you can fill when you are reaching out to more people. Now you can have variables inside your avatar. So I can address you as Surur, and my avatar can address the same message to Anmol and have personalization in it. So
Hmm.
I think it's a big deal, and I mean, I just love Heygen. So, like, technically, Surur, tell us that, like, what is it that Heygen has cracked, and why don't we see any other competitors of Heygen? Yeah,
So again, coming to the technology side of it, it's proprietary. So nobody knows what goes behind in building this. Of course, there's a video model that has been trained. So Heygen technically takes a 2 minute video to of yours speaking on any topic with all the hand gestures, you blinking an
mm,
eye. So it captures all of your movements, and then it trains their video model on your video and on your persona, like how you behave while you talk, like how you move your hands, how you move your eyes, and like your mouth movement and everything. So it captures that, it trains their model on that, and then it allows you to just put it and put any script into it, and it will just make like you speak even though you are not there, right? Using all that training data that it already has from the 2 minute video it got from you. So uh, but yes, with just a 2 minute video, being able to train a model with that accuracy that it seems like 99.9% real, and that's quite a feat in itself. So that's why like we have seen Heygen rising in popularity list over the last couple of months since it has launched. Um, Even Elon Musk was very impressed by the video that the founder Joshua actually posted on Twitter, and that's how it is went viral. So yeah, really interesting. And it has a lot of use cases for content creators, people who do a lot of YouTube as a single person video, explainer videos, product videos, like massive use case, training videos, massive use case. So yeah, like in totality, it has a lot of potential, but I guess now they are facing a lot of issues with in terms of impersonation. People using it to maybe generate videos of others by just capturing a 2 minute video and training that. So now they
and
have,
therefore now they have started taking consent of the users. Yeah,
right, right. So that will always be a problem, and people will have to innovate in terms of the KYC and all of that. Even the KYCs are being fake now that you saw. So
yeah,
video,
yeah, yeah.
so it's going to get difficult, and we'll have to find new ways to just identify if that is the real user who's actually using the product or not, and not impersonating someone else and generating a video on their behalf and scamming people.
Hmm, interesting. Anmol, your take on Heygen? We had a long discussion last night about it. Yeah,
So we were discussing use cases
Yep.
basically.
yeah,
I think Heygen has only listed out one of the use cases which I absolutely loved, which was sales pitches. So like
yeah.
in cold emails, we put tags where we want to personalize, like it's like mail merge, right? It will
Yep.
insert the name and company name and blah blah. Now you can record a video and give it a template and just put in tags instead of the real names
Yep.
of people
Yes.
and give it a list. just like
Yeah.
cold
Yes.
emailing. And then like your video will actually speak to the prospect that you're reaching out to.
Right. Right.
I can't think of any higher level of personalization with this. Now,
Hmm.
we went one step ahead, and I said, like, if we club ChatGPT also into this, let's say, and I give my company's FAQs and database to the model, and now I'm sending like my actual avatar, my talking video to my prospect, and now they can question me
Hmm.
what, like, against my company's services or product or whatever,
Hmm.
and I will be answering those questions instead of
Yeah.
text or voice
It's like one,
in
two, three
actual
plus
video. So
Heygen.
it's one to
Yeah.
one talking at scale.
Yeah, yeah.
Apart from that, I thought reels was a very big use case.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So right now, one of the limitation is if I've recorded a video in which I don't have any hand gestures, while it can do that, if I don't have any hand gestures, the video will not, the generated videos also will not have hand gestures. And
Yes.
it will be like after 1 week, I'll be like, these are all the same.
Yes.
Hmm.
But the kind of reels that we also generate and a lot of people are generating, let's say a split screen reel where I'm talking in the lower half of the screen and in the upper half there's a actual demo of some AI tool or whatever. So the user's attention is towards the upper half of the screen where the demo is being done, right? And the lower half, even if it meets like 95% of the uh, realisticity, I
Hmm.
don't. I sorry for using that word. Like
Realism.
even if realism, so
Hmm.
that will just pass for the reel because anyone, like anyway, nobody is paying a lot of attention to the reel. They will just scroll in the next 10 seconds, but
Hmm.
it will save a lot of time and bandwidth on my end
Hmm.
for creating that reel, for getting that reel edited, and so on and so forth. Right. So that was a again a huge use case for me for agent.
Yeah, I mean, I have not been able to sleep for a few nights because I really am just so excited about Heygen. I still feel like if you record a video in multiple angles, it can actually make a proper clip which is not boring. Like you speaking in multiple angles, and like it's a matter of time. In the meanwhile, till the time you tell it your goal, and it can also edit those videos for you.
Hmm.
Like so, I mean, for social media, it's a huge use case. Plus, Heygen has that wow factor, like Sora
Yeah.
did. Like when
Yep.
you show someone Hagen, they are always like, wow, like they are taken aback.
Hmm.
And they have also now launched their voice capability model. So if you take their higher upper tier plan, they also match the voice to the videos. So I mean, this is literally like video to video content generation at scale. And Sora was text to video, but I mean, I'm so excited about the future with these kind of tools, and I'm like the mind just keeps running. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
It
Definitely.
can also be used for scamming. That's
yeah,
a
I mean,
third use case which we were discussing. So if someone sent a video of mine to my, let's say, to my mom, who has who has no idea about AI,
Yeah.
like she, if my accent is correct, she probably would not be able to figure out whether it's a real video or not. And like if I'm asking for money, then probably the money is going to
Yep.
get
Yep. Yep.
wired, right? So
plus I feel there's one missing piece of the puzzle still in all these things. I mean, why did Reels become very popular? Is because yeah, they became very accessible on the palm of their hand, on someone's hand.
Yep.
Like no, like the number of people recording a reel from their phone is much more than having a professional setups and all, right?
Hmm.
So for now, these technologies are still on desktop or on systems that you have to run.
Hmm.
Imagine what happens when you leverage it and make it an app which spreads, let's say, in a country like India, and people can now make their AI avatars do stuff with on the palm of their hand. Imagine, just imagine the potential and
Hmm.
imagine what it can lead to. So I feel one missing step is accessibility. The moment it unlocks, content generation might rise. A lot of like it might just blow out of proportion. I still
Hmm.
feel people are not knowing how to use them. They don't know how to operate them. They don't know they exist. And yeah, I was reading a quote of Heygen CEO only, Joshua. He said, right now there is just 0.5% acceptance that
Yeah,
this can be done.
yeah,
Forget the penetration, forget the use. It is just people are accepting it. But
yes.
the moment people start accepting, and in case there's a company who gives it in the palm of the hands to people on mobile, and someone can use it, I think it will just blow out of proportion. Like it can just become something as big as a Instagram reel or something, just like like a software for making this. It can become
Like
very big. Yeah.
like one of the bigger use cases I would say of this is political as well, right? For example, if a political leader is doesn't know any language, they can just record a video clip of themselves and then they can speak fluently in any language possibly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that's a good use case.
That's a good use case.
And target a specific demography based on that, right?
No, I can see so many use cases like celebrities can make videos and then send personalized. Like there are so many softwares, right, which do that, give you personalized messages. So now Shah Rukh Khan or a big celebrity can make a video, and now via Heygen you can like you just have to insert the variables and then it can do personalization at scale like Anmol was talking about. But these are two use cases for building business. I'm just asking for a common person. Like you give this technology to a common 18-year-old, 20-year-old in a tier 2 town in India.
Yeah.
Imagine what they will do with it. Like we can't even imagine. Imagine how frequently it can be used. Now they don't have to get out of their bed. They can just give a command and their reel is ready and then they start posting. So I mean, it can really really create a havoc. Like if it
For
is
now, cost is a barrier.
for now,
Yeah.
for now,
Yeah,
like it's a matter of time.
if the cost
It's
can
a
be
matter.
brought down, then it will be like it will penetrate at places that people haven't thought of it. For example, mass emailing, cold emailing. So people will be like cold videoing people, like people will be sending videos in bulk.
Yeah.
Because cost is a barrier, therefore all these softwares right now are B2B targeted. And
Yes.
therefore, apart from GPT, no one is actually targeting the B2C segment, which will propel these to the next level. But because like even GPT at $20 is something that a lot of people who I know don't pay for because it is a barrier. Uh, and hence all of them are B2B. But the moment the costs come down and it becomes B2C, for like it might happen in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years,
Mm.
I think it will be crazy. Like if everyone has the power of a stable diffusion or a Heygen or for that matter a Sora in the palm of their hands at a very minimal cost. Like imagine, I don't know, is there a possibility to the cost can actually come down to that level at one point of time?
Yes, for the possibility is there as the models get advanced, the number of steps that are taken to generate a video that can be reduced. If the number of steps start gets getting reduced, then the number of like the memory and the power to generate that video is also reduced, and that brings down the cost. For example, I was looking at a model on replicate, right, which is powered by like stable diffusion. Somebody has fine-tuned it. I guess ByteDance has fine-tuned it, which is the parent company of TikTok. They have fine-tuned it to just reduce the number of steps to 4, and it is very fast in like generating high quality images, random images, whatever you want to generate with a prompt. So as the number of steps get reduced, the cost will eventually come down.
The
Interesting.
cost of Gen AI is inversely proportional to the value of stock of Nvidia.
That's a good way to look at it. Yes.
So yeah, no, they are working on it. Even AMD and like a few other smaller players.
So Sam
So
Altman is like raising $1.7 trillion to set up their own
Mm,
plant, and he's actually in talks with Saudi Aramco, I guess, to like establish a silicon plant in this region. So it's good for the
mm,
economy as well. And these people have the money to be able to like put that amount of money into a plant. And
right.
the actual battle would be on these chips at the end because there are 3 or 4 trillion dollar companies in the world, and everyone is betting very heavily on AI. So the fight will be at the end is for the chips, not for the
So
money.
let's say there's a trade-off between cost and quality. So a
Hmm.
company A is giving you better quality, but at a higher cost, and the other company is giving you a lower quality and but at a lower cost. What would you go for? What do you think the like generally the people or businesses would
I
will
think
go
I
for?
think I was just thinking about this. I think ultimately AI is a means to the end. It all depends on the outcome. If I am getting a lower cost, but my video is not good, I
Hmm.
can't use it, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I am ready to pay a premium as a business I'm talking about, but I don't want my customers to know that I mean, I just want the video quality to be good. All this to say that
Hmm.
Heygen was able to impress people when they knew, when they know that this is something they can
Yeah.
circulate it or show it to someone else
Yeah.
without them figuring out that this is AI, right?
Hmm.
If it even had like 1% inaccuracy, or if you could make it out, and by the way, Hagen is still not there. You can, if you sit carefully, you can figure out.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So it is not about the cost. I think it will about be about the quality in the future, and which brings me to like another very interesting thing. It depends on the adoption. Like in case people don't adopt it, in case like businesses and let's say we run a pilot and we realize that after 3 months of running reels using Hagen, my audience is getting bored or they know now, or I don't know, maybe it's a less possibility because it's all about the content. But let's
Yep.
say something happens with regard to the adoption or it is not there, then it's a different game. But
Well,
I am very
okay.
optimistic that adoption will
No, no.
happen
So that
personally.
that will depend on create. So the creativity will anyway be boosted when you are not spending
Yes,
time
yes,
in
yes.
recording the videos, and a lot
Yes,
of
yes.
things are automated.
Yep.
For the lazy people, so what you said was would be true for the lazy people. Like now I have automated, now I don't want to do anything else or to innovate for the next 3 months, then probably it will not yield results. But someone who is constantly thinking of what to do next, what better to
Hmm.
do next,
Hmm.
then that person would probably
Yes.
win with the help of
Yes.
AI.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's a very good note, I think.
Yep.
And that's a very optimistic note. Surur, any last words for ending the podcast?
Like I'm very excited to see the launch of Sora, and also very excited for the industry in itself for video generation, because seeing Sora, a lot of competitors will boost their research and come up with some more capabilities, right? So like very excited to see what comes next, and yeah, and very excited to build over these things.
Yeah,
That
and
that we always are.
yeah, and I think AI has just started to become cool. I think that's the theme of this month. I mean, now earlier it was people were like, "What is it?" But now it's such a cool thing. Now it's become a talking point in gyms and offices. Like, hey, did you see Sora? And like, I think it's like a new gadget arriving in the market. Like, have you seen iPhone 7? Right?
Totally,
So.
totally.
So, and that is such a good thing, and it gives so much boost to everyone's morale that, yeah, this is because AI capability is one thing, that AI co-pilot, which is able to do this, but now you can actually see instant gratification. Like you enter a prompt and there are dogs playing in the snow, and it is real.
Hmm.
So that is the magic in itself. But on this note, I mean, we are thinking, building in this domain. In case any of you has any comments, please write it in the in the comment box, and do subscribe to our podcast because we spend a lot of effort and time making them. So it becomes very
Yep.
motivating for us if you subscribe and like. Also, we run a
Subscribe.
community on, yeah. Also, we run a community on WhatsApp, so please do join. There must be a link in the video description, so do join that for updates and do share it with your friends who are in this interested in AI or interested in technology in general. So yeah, I think that's a good note to end the podcast,
Yeah, just one
right?
last thing. If you have any
Yeah,
suggestions on like what
yeah,
topics you want us to make podcast on, just throw it in the comments. We'll be
yeah,
happy to.
Yep. Yep.
All right, cool
definitely.
then.
Sounds good.
Bye guys.
See you on the
Bye,
next one.
Bye.
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 Bye.